All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. And thank you guys for the new subscribers. Thank you for the comments. Click likes, share, subscribes, and so on. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much and hopefully those reports will help you out. Today, the energy that you're going to be reading at that report for is going to be a very I don't want to say complex, but there's going to be some this depth in there that you're going to feel like going on forward. You're going to be feeling this energies that's going to come, but they're going to have a very strange situations is in there. And what I want to say about these strange situations is one of this. We are gonna see this finishing and start line in there. But when you finishing the old, that is gonna be the beginning of something new. But this is more about setting up a boundaries. You can't go back and redo the race. You can't go back and redo things. Can go ahead and create stuff that already been. All you can do is going forward. This is gonna come as an energy because the moon joining Pluto is to remind you it's time you to finishing what you supposed to finish. It's time for you to go and transform, and that energy is going to be particularly connecting and opposing Mars. But everything above Mars, you're going to see it later on in the day. That first, all this energy is going to be triggered from the ascendant, and it's going to be opposing Mars. Then all this energy is going to be start turning. It's going to come into the midheaven. Then all that energy is going to be turning back. And you're going to be feel and seeing it that at pretty much at the end of the day, all that energy is going to be pointing out to where you're going, which is going to be towards the North Node. It's going to be kind of like either I'm going to be doing it or I'm not going to be doing nothing at all. This is going to be like, okay, I'm finished. I'm not starting anything new. I don't want to start anything new. I don't want to go into the new in there. I just want to finish. I just want to end. That is going to be the situations of Mars. While Pluto is going to be like, okay, finish what you need because the new beginning is opening for you. So, like it or not, it's going to be kind of like you finishing situations and it's done. It's complete. So you might take break, you might take forever, you might not doing things, but there's going to be a start of something new because every time when you finish something, something else is starting. And a lot of this inner changes is going to be connecting to yourself. You may going to see it like pushing for a finishing project. If you're working on the projects at work, you may gonna feel like a pushing to complete something, to get something that it finally has to get in it done. And in a personal level, it's about those energies that are gonna be about completion. Okay, you're gonna feel that something is going complete and it's not gonna be coming back. No, it's not. Okay, that's it. The old is done and the new has to be. So with these energies there, the moon is going to be very okay with the sun in there. Hopefully you getting the wisdom because you're going to need it tomorrow. Because the intuition is going to be dropping you is going to be dropping you a very interesting energies into the authority. And that interesting news is not going to be pleasant. I'm not gonna go to political issues and so forth, but in a personal level, the intuition is gonna tell you this is totally not good. You're not gonna see it like the future that it's coming is like, oh my God, I don't see this. So be mindful about unpleasant news, pleasant situations that's going to be coming out tomorrow. But today it is about you to complete something. And that completion is going to be paid off into the future that you're going to build. All right. Well, this is going to be the energies in the morning. At later on at 8 o'clock, the ascendant that's going to be moving out from the sun, from the authority in there. She's going to be opposing the universe, Uranus, in there. Let me tell you something about universe. Okay, uni, it's unification. Verse, it's a word. Okay, it's the words that it is coming like this unification word that it comes in and put us all together, but we're all together as a universe. So if you look at it of that energies that it's coming there, opposing that union verse, this kind of like the words of God, if you have to be more in there, to you going out to see going on against it. But who's going with it? It's Venus. It is about the love. It is about that proper way of love in there. So when you see this kind of like an energies from within you, what you don't like about the divine. At the same time, the energies that I was already talking about this for the midheaven, it's at Virgo. Pay attention to those Pisces, Gemini, and Sag energies in there. Too, because there can be a lot of debacles in there, debates, a lot of old doubt, and so forth with this. Okay, it have to be triggered the old, so you can set the boundaries that this old doesn't bother you anymore in the future life. That's what this is for, but it's needed, it's required. Okay, that's what the energy brings this thing for us. Okay, 9 o'clock communications. We talk about this in the past few days. It's still on a powerful to it. Powerful communications. You may be communicating. If you're at work, you're communicating of, okay, we got this report. Performance was not good, but we're looking for adjusting this and how to create the proper things. You learn from the past. Mercury squares Saturn. You learn this. Okay, you're talking about what do you need to be, where is the new roads and new visions, setting up a path for the next year. This is kind of like an energy that you're going to be feel like it. It's like, you know what, I need to do this and this for the next year. All right, it's coming, it's right in here, because all that energy is from Mercury. It is trining the North Node there, are very powerful, because right now they are both at the 6 degrees. Mars is at 6 degrees, so is the North Node is at 6 degrees. So with these energies of Mars has been at Leo, it's powerful energy for the Leos to gain these energies of empowerment. But for those who doesn't change, particularly a masculine energies that doesn't change, things is gonna get crazy about it, because you're opposing this. You're gonna feel this lack of energy that is going to be suppressing things. All right, the next hour, the ascendant, it's moving more within Sag, is opposing Jupiter. Is going to tell you we need to look at it into the growth energies. We need to look at that for. And currently, the moon, as the moon is in divine energies with Jupiter, guess what? You're looking at that divine growth within yourself. How grow within you. But that energy is going to be, as the more it comes in, it's going to be, you need to grow first in the spirit and the soul. Then that energy is going to be transferring there into your body. You have to be ready for the embodiment of those energies within yourself too. So within the embodiment in there, and particularly that the moon and Pluto, they are trining with this energies for seeing at this divine growth is going to be revising where you've been, where you are, and so forth. As I said, be mindful. Things going to be coming from the past. All right, 11 o'clock energies there. paying attention more into a Venus is a squaring that goes on towards Neptune for this situations too. But the divine love is gonna be looking the divine love. You ain't gonna change that. You're gonna be feeling like a love coming from nowhere. You don't know where that come from. It's from the universe. It's from the collective energies that are coming right now from the universe. This kind of like a unification. It's kind of like a let's get together. Let's build these things together. Let's stop this crapped out, not liking each other. Let's get something together. Okay, Uranus is in Taurus. Let's do something together on Earth. Let's fix this Earth. So with this Venus energies, Venus is seems what is not. What is missing was the friendshipness. We forgot how to be a friends towards our own selves, but also a friends towards everyone around. So with this lack of friendliness, we cannot go into the new. It's gotta be this requirement of friendliness in order to entering the new. And if you are not friends, we are, guess what? We are enemies. We're fighting the things from within ourselves. And this is going to be this inspirations isn't there. And at the same time as a Venus is trying to Chiron, it's about healing that process. But that process is needed because if you see it, you saw it from yesterday, that was it when the moon was there. She said that, hey, I'm not friendly because something within my shadow. I'm mad about this. I'm angry about this. Somebody has more than me. Somebody got promoted. I didn't get promoted. I did more work, but this guy got the promotion, so I didn't got it. All this kind of like energies of how come this person all of a sudden it's so easy for him and I have to work my tail off. Okay. You get all these kind of like energies that it comes out in the work relationships that could create some issues, but in a personality that is about to show you the power of where you need to grow. Midheaven is within the authority. That is it. The authority is the midheaven is with the sun. Divine energies from Chiron and Jupiter is about grow up, mature up. Okay, this person got the promotions. Great. What you can do? Can you improve yourself? Go out there, see what it is. Okay, how we need to be study you, because it's you who has to get in there. All right. There was a this movie with Will Smith. He said like, I have two questions for you. What do you do, and how do you do it? But can you ask yourself those two questions? Okay. Can you ask yourself those two questions? So with these energies of moving, you're going to be finding the energies of the success. All right, 1 o'clock. The moon is going with Pluto, opposing Mars. So that's what I was explaining in there, that during the day, that energies at 11 o'clock, you're going to be able to see it. That is that oppositions with Mars, and that says like, if we have to fly, we need to figure out how to fly. But we can't go on within this. But understanding the power of the opposition is the bone in there. And the power of the oppositions is to look at those two extremes, but you to expand from those two extremes, grow from those two extremes, not to choose the one or the other. Because if you trying to fly a kite that it's actually not properly wired in there, it's not gonna go. It's gonna be going around like crazy. If you try and then the bottom is going to go around like crazy. You need to be in a proper way. It's connecting in there, so you will be pulling at the center, but that way it moves. So you see, and that kite there, it's right in here. It's made for. You see these formations, and right now with all these positions, you're gonna be figuring things out. Okay, you're gonna be figuring the things out about your vulnerability, your anger, your expressions in there, your power of intention, but also your power of how you are seeking or demanding attention, because that's what Leo is. attentions to me. I'm the king. Bow to me. Respect to me. Demanding respect. The respect is earned, not demand. So with this, the moon is looking at it, and that energy is like, no, I don't like this. Pluto is looking at that, oh, this crap has to end. So God bless you. So if you're having something within these energies in there in your charts, look at it. What that happened? All right, 2 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be with Pisces. It's going to be these divine energies towards Mars. Of course, the divine is going to remind Mars, is like, hey, don't forget about it. God's creating you, and you're God's warrior. This kind of like energy on the subconscious is going to comes in, like it or not. For as the midheaven is going to be going towards Venus. Venus right now is in divine energies about the universe. Okay, that's all. The God's word. Okay, that's what this is. It is the power. That's how it goes. And seeing at this, you may be going to see a lot of divine messages all of a sudden is going to come out. People's going to be looking at and about like, hey, what about the soul? What about this empowerment within the soul, within the spirit? People's not going to be worried about too much about money, cars, and so that. They already say that they see some of the people that they sold their souls and fighting for this while they forgot to mature in the soul. So this is going to be an energy trigger about this more unification, power, personality to move into the age of Aquarius. They're going to see it because tomorrow the moon is going to be in Aquarius. They are going to see that energy. All right. The new road is going to be asking you to look for it. That is going to be with Mars and Mercury energies. Very, very powerful. As the midheaven is going to be at Capricorn with Mars. I see the divine energies are coming as a guidance now. The midheaven, it's the work that you need to do is going to be asking you to be. Okay, this is kind of like you receive the information and right away in the next hour you are asked to perform. You learn now and you're performing in the next hour and you're like, oh my God, what the heck? It is what the heck. You need to learn. That is a Aquarius energies. I learn now and I'm performing now. So some of those triggers, they're gonna come out towards you. Be mindful about these energies between Venus and the North Node. This is how some of you is gonna be sabotaging your upcoming future. Okay, next hour. Ascendant is at Taurus, talking about this Mercury situations. It's like we need to talk about this divine. So we have a lot of divine energies that are coming. You have Venus with Uranus. You have Lilith with Saturn. You're learning from within your shadow in there. And we have from the ascendant towards Mercury. The other divine is going to be a reminder that after you do the work, there's going to be something in reward in the material world. Okay? If you go and you've been reading some of the holy books, there is explanations there. It's like, you do this work for me, I will do something for you. All right? One way or another, this kind of like a things is going to come out towards from within yourself. All right. Here is that, again, we have this energy with the moon, Pluto, and Mars situation. So I was talking about that energy is going to turn, and here is it is turning, and you see it on ascendant, which is that is the rising energies that here. See, this is the issue, and here is the resolving. Here is to the understanding that the old has to finish and the new has to begin. So with this energy is going to be asking you to perform inside of you. It's kind of like I'm fed up. Enough is enough. I'm going with the new. I got no choices. And some of you will understanding that the choice has been made long time ago. You just never act upon it. And that's going to come from Mars. A very powerful energies from Mars. A lot of this situations in there. Some of you who actually is going to be reacting negatives in these energies, okay, in about a few months, we're going to have a similar situations that's going to be repeating itself, because Mars is going to be a retrograde. He's going to cross back here into Cancer, and then he's going to cross back again. This is the first pass right now. So you don't get it in the first time. You're going to review it in the second time. It's going to give you a second chance to redo it. So it's a lot of work with these masculine energies from within. Make sure you learn things properly. All right, 6 o'clock, the ascendant is with Jupiter. It's about the growth. Midheaven, it's in Aquarius. Powerful air vibrations is in there. Very powerful energies. You're gonna feeling the vibes with this Jupiter, who says like, here, revise this. You missed something. Let go. Okay. This positions is gonna be remind you about, hey, when you finish, you're gonna grow, but you need to, come on, you need to revise. Because revising in there is kind of like a turnaround and get the things in a proper way. Not keep on going towards directions that really shows you that something is not okay. All right, ascendant is gonna be at Cancer in the next hour. This is gonna be at 7 p.m. Energies, as the midheaven is gonna be at the beginning of Pisces. Now that divine energies that you see it in the before it comes to you. It's like, okay, I need to act and react on these divine energies. You saw it earlier. It's kind of like, oh my God, what happens isn't with this. And now, since you saw those energies, now they're going to be asking you to perform about this conflict that it's coming. Because these divine energies, when a day comes in, Mars is going to be where? In the front of you. It's going to be staring in your eyes, and there within 2 hours. So you basically have like 2 hours to really reevaluate things of how like the actions is going to be. So basically, like, you have a deadline to make any decisions. Can you make powerful decisions? They are life for 2 hours. Boy, that's only warriors can do, right? All right. Talking about the next hour at 8 p.m., the ascendant is going to be at Cancer. Remind you about all this. Very powerful, great energy. Great energy is forming here between the Sun and Saturn. It's about emotions. You're going to be emotional. Okay? You may be going to feel like you have to do sacrifice and all these feminine energies in a way. But if you have unhealed patterns in there, the ascendant is squaring Chiron. The unhealed things is going to come out. And of course, that it's squaring Lilith. She got a Lilith problem issues in there. The divine is working on this with Saturn. It's teaching. It's like, hey, mature. Okay? Don't forget about it. You cannot heal narcissist. The narcissist doesn't need healing. The narcissist needs maturing. All right. So with this energies there, here is that 9 o'clock now. I'm talking about this. Exactly that energies at the beginning for, it's kind of like you're finishing. You finish, you're about to finish something, complete something. And what do you want to finish? You want to finish this conflict. Okay. In the name of what? The midheaven is with the North Node. So the moon and the Pluto, their comments, they says like, here, we're working on the subconscious. We're doing the work for the new beginning, for the new start in there. That energies give us a courage. And from here, from Mars, can go to the universe. And from the universe, that energy goes into Venus. You have no problems, no conflicts. But if you take that energy here and the midheaven, you're not satisfied within your own self. You're not satisfied with the love. You're going to point out these energies towards Jupiter, and the things is not going in the right directions. You're going to be missing the connection of this feminine and masculine divine energies because of what currently the universe does. Okay, so with those positions and insight, It's telling you that today, all that work that you did, particularly right now and today, is going to be asking you to perform as the ascendant that is at Mars is really rising up. Okay, because in 24 hours in there, okay, here where it's going to be the moon, she's going to be right about here. And here is what's going to happen. I was talking about this divine love. You see they out from Mars, Venus, and Uranus. So you have to be making that cross in there to have these divine energies. But how you going to react, how you going to express yourself within that love. Okay, that is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow night. This is a very powerful yacht made it. Is to revising your relationships with yourself, and that's going to reflect in kind of the expressions with others. There is no more expressive things of the singers. There is no more expressive things with the writers, the sculptors, the artists. Okay, but it also is going to be needing what? Completion. Something has to be completed. Something has to finish to give a birth to a new. It's the same thing as we continue to passing things into the next generation. All right. Next hour, the whole thing is gonna be kind of like, oh my God, there's so many things, so many situations, so much pressure. So now what? Now this, a new beginning. Yeah, right. But it's gonna be a lot of healing patterns that's gonna be required in there. Midheaven, Chiron, and the Sun, they have a divine yacht together with Jupiter. It is about, come on, you can grow with this. You have a chance to build something new right now. Get yourself out of the shadow. And that is going to be because the sun, it's moving out of the midpoint of Scorpio. Okay, getting off of that burnt road. In the astrology, there is this via combusta. You can go and research it yourself in there. Some of the astrologers, it says it's from 13 degrees Libra to 13 degrees Scorpio. Some said from 15 to 15 in there. But it all depends of what scholastic is in there. You can get the German and the French says one thing. The Russians, they says different thing in there. The classic astrology said what it's supposed to be, but to me this is about, this interpretation is about that divine power. When you are down in the pit, okay, you to understand it's your job to get out of the pit, okay, to move on. It's okay, you're done, you did your work down in the bottom, stop building the steps to get yourself out of the pit, okay, of this cave. All right, 11 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with Taurus. Yachts all over the place. There is about these divine energies that from the past is going to be with Mercury. You're going to be talking in the basic out of the past, how the things help you to finish the line. Okay, because your experience helped you to get to here. You need to be proud of what you were, but you need to be also proud of finishing this line. And whatever you're going to finish is going to be a what? In your beginning. Okay, guys? So this is going to be those energies for you. And that's all I have for you. But hopefully you're going to be understanding those energies, because those energies, they're going to be helping you out. All right, guys? I know I give you some energy a little bit more forward ahead a little bit. But hopefully you will understand to make the right things in life, and hope this report helps you out. Please let me know in the comments, or if you have any situations, you can go ahead and connect to me and look at our website, aquaspiritunited.com. Thank you guys, and be love.